We're live. 3, 2, 1. What do you got to talk to me about paintball?
It's on Saturday, so I haven't.
You just said you want to talk about that on the podcast.
No, it's a joke. I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
Carl's. God damn it. Yeah. All right. Thanks. What's up, everybody? It's Grammy week, bitch. What'd you guys think? How'd you like it? How'd you like your we should probably pull up a list of all the awards that were
Surely.
won, correct?
We'll get on it. Not like it, I mean, it does matter, but not like it matters that much. It matters. I was pretty bored,
Karl
to be honest.
and I made the conscious effort this week. We're like, all right, we have a light music niche here, a light music slant on our podcast. Obviously, we're both musicians and whatever, but we were like, all right, we should definitely watch the Grammys intently and be able to talk about it at length for this next episode. We both missed the first half of the Grammys.
I was asleep on the couch in front of the TV, and David texted me and said, Grammys. And I said, fuck.
I was at work.
And I woke up.
And I know I'm supposed to like them, and I'm supposed to watch them, and they're supposed to be a big deal to me. But because I'm a musician and I'm trying to do whatever and X, Y, and Z, I honestly, I'm not going to say I don't give a fuck, but I barely give a fuck about the Grammys as a whole. I just find it super, I don't know if this is the right word to describe it, but it's kind of like boomer-y. It's just, first off, let me get this off my chest. I fucking hate Trevor Noah. I think he's the most unfunny person on the fucking planet. I mean, whatever. If you like Trevor Noah, cool. Love it. Good for you. Trevor Noah, I'm sure you're a nice guy, but yeah, because he's watching this episode, actually. He told me he was going to watch it. But he just fucking sucks, dude. I wrote down most of the things I wrote down while I was watching the Grammys were quotes from Trevor Noah that made me physically cringe. I'll give you one now. Quote, real fucking quote from Trevor Noah. Hip hop became 50 this year, which is also a weird thing to say because the evolution of a genre doesn't have an exact date. But I guess maybe
It was a thing.
Yeah. Hip-hop became 50 this year, which means hip-hop finally became old enough to say, turn that noise down.
Good one.
That's a real fucking Trevor Noah joke.
The thing
that is the worst thing I've ever fucking heard.
I don't think he wrote any of the jokes that he probably said.
I agree. But guess what? But he had to greenlight him to some extent, right?
Yeah.
So
he sucks.
He signed off on it. It's just so fucking stupid. Let me see. I got a couple other ones here that he wrote that he said, and let me just look. I found one. There's one more. Oh, okay. When what's his name? Mark Ronson. He brought up his mother-in-law, who is what's
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep's his wife, though, right?
No. That'd be awesome. No, he married Meryl Streep's daughter.
Yeah, okay. So he brings up Meryl Streep. And Trevor Noah, before he comes up, he goes, Grammy presenters always ask me, can I please present this award with my mother-in-law? And my answer is always no. And he said it like that with the fucking disgusted look on his face. Until now. Please help me welcome Mark Ronson and Meryl Streep. I hated that. I hated every fucking second that Trevor Noah was on the goddamn screen. It's just cringy, man. It's cringy boomer humor, and I'm not about it. And the whole thing felt a little boomer-esque. It was I don't know. Karl, thoughts? Stop me from rambling before I say something too rude to Trevor Noah.
I mean, for me, I don't have a specific thought about specifically being for boomers, but it made me feel like I just don't give a flying fuck about the Academy and the opinions and the like pretending that it's super important to win those awards, because it's like you look through the nominees and for 75% of the categories, the same 6 albums are nominated over and over again.
Yeah.
And then also intermittently in all of the fucking like little bits of the show, they're constantly paying tribute to like these like huge record executives. And I'm like, okay, sure. There's these record executives that have had their hands in a lot of different things over the years, but it just made me feel like it's just as much an appreciation for the music business as it is music, and I don't give a fuck about appreciating the music business, bro. It made me just feel dirty watching it. I didn't like it. It was bad vibes. The commercials were so long.
Yeah.
And most of the performances were ass. I missed Dua Lipa's and SZA's, and I haven't been able to find them anywhere. Well, Miley posted the whole thing on her Instagram.
Oh, how was it?
It's good. It's cool.
We missed all the good shit.
Yeah.
We missed all the fucking good shit, and we just saw...
Burna Boy's was cool.
Burna Boy was solid. Travis Scott... Let me talk about Travis Scott for a second. And if you're going to cut this I don't want to talk about the Astroworld thing, so just put it out of your head. Like, get it out of here. I'm not talking about it.
What?
I don't have
all
opinions.
Those people died at his concert?
I don't have opinions. I just get it out. Okay? Now that we've gotten that off the docket, let's talk about Travis Scott for a second. He came out. Yo, the beginning of his fucking set fucking sucked. It sucked so much. I'm not going to say that Travis Scott sucks as a performer. I've been to a Travis Scott concert, and I had a great time. It was really, really fun. Part of the fun of a Travis Scott concert is the audience, and he makes that very clear. Like, he talks about it. And it's the audience and the mosh pits and the whatever and how crazy the crowd is. And he gets the crowd hyped up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to see Travis Scott in a tuxedo with a champagne flute.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, he was wearing like football pads, which was I thought it was kind of a sick outfit. Thought it kind of went hard. But the beginning of his thing, it's like kind of slow. And then he had this dancer in front of him, and she was not dancing. Like in a lot of Grammy performances, there's really cool dancing. She was just kind of just standing there, like giving him like fuck me vibes.
Have you ever seen Travis Scott's SNL performance? The second one, not the first one?
No.
It's hilarious. There's
like
just,
actually hilarious or like
well,
intentionally?
Just based on what you're saying, it's kind of funny. There's just a like hot model like doing poses on a spinning carousel horse. Like as he sings 2 songs, she's just there like posing.
Yeah.
Like a model that's like on like a carousel like with a Ford Mustang. But like it's a fucking carousel horse.
Yeah,
and
dude,
she's just
that's
there
what,
like
this
looking
dance,
hot.
That's what this dancer was doing. She was just there looking hot. She wasn't like doing dance moves. She was just kind of like moseying around.
Yeah, I guess that's
just kind of like beat bopping and then just like looking at Travis Scott like hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, okay, this fucking
bro, it's
sucks.
it's hip hop, bro.
It fucking sucks. And then Travis Scott started going hard, and there's pyrotechnics, and then he just started smashing folding chairs.
And then the audio broke up, and the guy that was rapping,
Who was the other guy?
I don't know.
Keegan, do you know?
He was wearing a mask.
Oh, it was probably Playboy Cardi. They did Fiend, right?
Yeah,
it was probably Playboy Cardi.
Well, the audio, either he cursed a lot, or the audio broke up, and it sucked.
Yeah. I just, the thing about, the reason I brought up Travis Scott is I was like, okay, I've been to his concerts, and part of his concerts is the audience, and it doesn't translate well to the Grammys. I think it's very important for some artists to like really make that switch of, okay, I can't just do what I do at normal concerts because it doesn't translate to television. And you could maybe argue, be like, yeah, well, fuck the TV. I'm just here to perform for the people in this room. And it's like, well, then there's no point in televising it. You're on television, right? So it was my same thing that I didn't like about, and again, don't kill me, internet. I didn't like about Tyler, the Creator's performance last year. Keegan's giving me the middle finger. He does not like this take. I've told him before. But just even you even have to think about like the instrumental translation to a television set. And with like Tyler's, there was this like huge bass and whatever. And I'm sure in the room it sounded crazy the way it probably rumbled the whole theater. But it doesn't sound that good just coming out of my fucking little TV. And there's no other like sonic information besides the bass frequency rumbling everything. So it just doesn't translate that well. And just being crazy on stage, just like being wild, I feel like it loses a lot when you put it through the lens without any like real heavy editing. When you just have like a static shot of Travis Scott smashing fucking...
The first couple of chairs
things.
was really cool too because they were wooden and they all like fucking exploded. But then they like for whatever reason included like 3 or 4 metal folding chairs,
They just dented.
which like he couldn't break obviously because they're metal folding chairs. So then it just was awkward because he was just like hit it on the ground and then it wouldn't break. So he just threw it and grabbed the next one.
Who was it? Phoebe Bridgers? Who was it? Who smashed the guitar on SNL?
Phoebe Bridgers.
It was Phoebe Bridgers? Girl. Fuck, dude.
I
First off,
I don't think I ever saw that.
okay. It's a sad guitar smashing. It's not very great. And let me fill everybody in. When you smash a guitar, there's not going to be sparks. There's not going to be sparks. Are there active guitars like there's active basses? Probably.
Yeah.
There's not sparks when you smash a guitar. It just fucking breaks. And there's sparks fly everywhere. It's very obvious that there was like some sort of spark element on this fucking guitar.
Okay.
And it just fucking, it was cringy. It was cringy to me. It was cringy.
Very nice.
This is
Phoebe
the-
Bridgers won the most Grammys last night.
Yeah. Boy genius.
Well, and she won with SZA too, because she's featured on the one Grammy that SZA won last night as well. So she gets a thing for that.
I'm realizing right now all I've said is that I just don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like this and I don't like that. Why don't we both name something that we liked about the Grammys?
I liked the commercial that Ben Affleck did. I don't even know what it's for. I think it's Dunkin' Donuts. Huh?
Okay, go ahead.
What? Do you have a question? Ben Affleck did a commercial about trying to be a pop star, and he's getting pointers from like Charlie D'Amelio as to what TikTok is. Well, yeah, he asks who's TikTok, and he's drinking Dunkin' Donuts in the studio the whole time. And then at the very end, he wears a necklace with a donut on it instead of a clock. I think it's supposed to be like Flava Flav. And then he takes a bite out of it, and it's just that was the biggest smile I had the entire time I watched. I think it's really cool that Miley Cyrus got her first Grammy, and I also think it's kind of fucked up because like everybody's been sucking Olivia Rodrigo's dick and giving her Grammys since she put out her first fucking song. Like she would even at all be relevant whatsoever if Miley Cyrus didn't pave the way for her in the first place. And people have just been shitting on Miley Cyrus her whole career. So
Whoa, I don't know. I mean, my favorite thing was going to be a story that Miley Cyrus told, but I don't know if Miley Cyrus single-handedly paved the way for Olivia Rodrigo. There was Disney stars turned pop stars before Miley Cyrus. Fucking what's her name? The blonde girl. Not Britney.
Hilary Duff was not a successful pop star the way that Miley Cyrus was.
No.
She had like an album after Disney and that was it.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying though. Like the idea of like a Disney star becoming a pop star is wasn't made by Miley Cyrus.
It was in the idea that they take a turn to become like serious musical artists. Hilary Duff's pop career was like completely in lieu of like the childhood target audience, and that was it. You know what I mean? Miley Cyrus left Disney and immediately started making more and more adult music, or at least more older adolescent music that was like constantly hated on and looked down on and shamed for. She was shamed for it. And then Olivia Rodrigo starts doing that, and it's apparently the most genius thing we've ever listened to. And she's won like double the amount of Grammys that Miley has. But Miley's been doing the same fucking thing for 10 years.
Is that, yeah. I guess I'm confused. What's your beef with Olivia Rodrigo?
Nothing. I'm just saying that I think it's cool that Miley finally won Grammys and is getting the recognition that I think she should have been getting for her entire career. Instead of people like shitting on her for so long.
Yeah.
And painting her as this like unstable, crazy person.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, rock on. Love it.
It's more like it's less about Olivia Rodrigo and more of a critique of
The Academy.
Yeah.
Critique of the Academy. Keegan said it's less about hating on Olivia Rodrigo and more of a critique of the Academy, which is exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Olivia Rodrigo doesn't deserve Grammys. I don't care for her music that much, but it's not like the shittiest shit I've ever heard.
I kind of fuck with the purple one, the purple album, whatever that.
With all the stuff on
Sour?
her face.
Is that what it's called? Sour?
I don't know.
Yeah, with all this stuff. Yeah, I fuck with that album.
But
I do.
yeah,
I do.
No, I'm just
My favorite moment of the Grammys, besides when it ended, was also Miley Cyrus, and she told this little story thing, and I was like, sick. I like that. The story was a little boy wants nothing but a butterfly for his birthday, so his parents get him a butterfly net, and then he goes outside, he swings the butterfly net, and he tries to catch him. Can't catch anything, can't catch anything, can't catch anything. And then when he finally sits down and stops trying to catch something, catch the butterflies, a butterfly lands on his nose. That was her story that she told.
that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I just personally resonated with that. That's just like been like, we were talking about it last episode with like the Rick Rubin book that I've been reading. That's just kind of the vibe I've been trying to be on.
Yeah.
Like the not trying to like in a creative way. Like you can't try.
Can't put the square
make-
in the circle hole.
Yeah. Have we ever talked about that dude? That rectangular dude? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, you know. No, not Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll.
That was the thing I hated the most, was that Jelly Roll didn't win Best New Artist.
You like Jelly Roll?
I like him because I
The way
saw
he
what he
looks.
looked like. Yeah. No, Victoria Monet is sick, though. I'm not upset about her winning Best New Artist. And her speech was actually a big highlight for me, too. I really liked her, Victoria Monet, when she won Best New Artist.
Is that... Oh, wait a minute.
The,
no.
girl I was telling you about, the
No,
songwriter.
yeah,
I got a question about this.
Keegan has a question.
It's about Best New Artist, because I had a friend put it to me this way. I think it'd be interesting to talk about. He was like, I hate the Best New Artist Award because it's based on the timing of the debut album, not when the artist blows up. Thoughts?
Timing of the day.
Keegan said he doesn't like Keegan's friend told him that he doesn't like the Best New Artist Award because it's based on the timing of their debut album, not on when the artist blows up. Yeah, I mean, I hate that because Chance the Rapper is a fraud because he just was like, I didn't make any albums. They were mixtapes. Like, shut the fuck up. But in reference to Victoria Monet, I think it's awesome because she's been a songwriter in LA since 2009.
If you guys don't know, but just give it, because some people probably don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, give a...
What? About what? Chance the Rapper?
No. Monet.
I was in the middle of it. I said she's been a songwriter in LA since 2009.
You'd be like, all right, go ahead.
She's been a songwriter in LA since 2009, and she talks about how she moved out here in 2009, and her work was behind the curtain for so long, and she finally decided she was going to go for it and do the whole artist thing after being a very successful songwriter for a long time. She wrote Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, in case any of you need to be validated that she's been a very successful songwriter. Then she decided to do the whole artist thing. You can look up her acceptance speech. She was rejected at first, and then her manager found her and quit her job to become her manager. And things have gone pretty swell for her since then. And I think that story, and also how grateful that she was on stage, like, is a really, 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 really sick like, I don't know, tail.
Not
so
to.
I don't hate the best new artist thing.
I just think the best new artist. It's just. It's not my. It's like not, it's a shared opinion among a lot of people. It's like they're not new. No best new artist is actually like new. They've just been around for fucking ever. Like no new. Same thing with like the freshman the double XXL freshman class. Like none of those rappers are like new to rapping. Like everyone's been around for so long. All these new artists, everyone's been around for so long. It's just like silly, but I think everything about the fucking Grammys is silly. So it's no more silly than anything else to me. What I will say off what you said, who was it? I wrote one down. Victoria Monet, you said you liked her speech. I liked her speech too. It was solid. Liked it. How many... You ever watch... Okay, maybe not as much as the Grammys, but the Oscars specifically? We good?
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. The Oscars, I think, as well. Like, when people get up there, you ever go, like, that person is, like, not actually crying. Or they're not actually, like, emotional. You ever feel that way? Or am I just a jaded cunt? Because a lot of the times I like see people up there and I'm just like, those are not real tears. That is not like, oh my God. Well, oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Taylor Swift. Listen here. Mrs. Swift. She was like, this is what I was like, oh my God, that's gotta be fucking fake. She won what? Best record of the year or album of the year?
Yes.
Album of the year. She's like, what? Bitch, you've won so many.
Yeah,
You've won
it's
so many fucking Grammys.
And this is the 4th time she's won album of the year, specifically.
I don't care. Like, it maybe, yeah, I don't know, dude. If she was just like, what? Oh my gosh, I never expected this. I never expected this. It's like, you are the biggest artist in the world. And you won that specific award 4 fucking times. And I think she has like over 13 Grammys total. You're not surprised that you won like a Grammy. And she just played it off as this like, oh, like little humble old me. Like, I mean, calm down, Swifties.
Actually,
I don't hate Taylor Swift. I don't hate her.
Another top
She's
highlight
fine.
for me is how pissed off Lana Del Rey looked every single time she was on TV. She looked like she was so angry.
She was having a bad day.
How about the fact that like they did this whole big thing about like Billy Joel doing his first song in 30 years, and then they just were like, Billy Joel, play us out, and then like nobody paid attention while Billy Joel like played another song, and they just rolled the credits.
Dude, I was saying that.
They used Billy Joel as a house band.
They did, but honestly, I was saying that. Like, Justine said the same thing when we were watching. She's like, "Yo, like no one's watching. Like, poor Billy Joel."
Billy Joel was literally the biggest artist that was in the room that night. Like,
arguably, but sure. My point was that I was gonna that I thought about was when I first moved to LA. I worked for this company that's basically like a little bit more high end Uber. It's called Alto, and I used to drive for Alto. And the day of the Grammys, I had to drop a bunch of people off at the Grammys, and they get there at like 3 p.m. Right? People are getting there at like 3 o'clock. And then it was what, 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock when it ended? Something like that. That's a long fucking day. And you and I were bored watching the Grammys from home, scrolling on our phones during fucking commercials and talking shit and fucking around, right? Mm-hmm. Could you imagine the dog shit day that going to the Grammys probably actually is? If you win, that's sick. Like, you're probably really hype. Or if you're up for like album of the year or something like that. But a lot of those people, they're probably there for like work. You know? Like Jack. Jack works at red light management. And he had to go to a fucking Grammy party, and it was technically for work, you know? So it's like all those people have been there for a very long time to watch essentially the adult / music industry version of a school fucking assembly, which I don't know about you guys, but I never enjoyed a school assembly when I was a kid. So I would also, even if Billy Joel was playing out, I'd probably be like, yo, let's get the fuck home.
Yeah, facts.
You know? All right, any closing thoughts on the Grammys?
Just that I've always enjoyed watching the Grammys in the past, and this year I fucking did not have a good time whatsoever. I was so excited when it was over, and yeah.
There's a commercial, though, that keeps coming on, and I'm going to try to, maybe I'll make this point. People are going to think I'm making like a political statement, but I'm not.
Okay, go ahead.
So
go for it.
This is not political.
Yes, it is.
But
go ahead.
Can we just all agree that if it's COVID, Paxlovid is just
it's
crazy
crazy.
commercial?
It's crazy.
It's just so silly. It's just
the fact that they named that drug Paxlovid is like that. The guy that is in charge of naming the drug was like 2 bad days away from killing himself, and he's like, I need something to make me laugh, and he's just like, fuck it, Paxlovid.
I just like, again, not a political statement, like whatever, but like COVID was a huge thing. It was just a large event, and now in 2024 it's reduced to a fucking slogan. It's just bonkers to me. It's just bonkers.
Did y'all see what Jay-Z said, though?
Yeah.
Keegan's asking about Jay-Z. I only saw like clips of it. I didn't really see it
I saw what he
in
said.
person.
I thought it was embarrassing, to be honest,
You thought it was embarrassing? Why?
because I'm tired of hearing him bitch about his equally as powerful and popular wife not get the specific award that he wants her to have. And like, just, he was also up there accepting like essentially like a humanitarian award, and he just used it as an opportunity to bitch about Beyonce not getting album of the year ever. And she, like, I understand that he's calling out the Academy, but I was just like, dude, I mean, I don't know. I just don't give a flying fuck. Obviously, album of the year is kind of fucking horseshit. And I don't know, dude. Like, also, I think that like you can call out the Academy without also like kind of attacking other musicians, which is absolutely what he did. He's like, some of y'all shouldn't even be in the category. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, also, you're part of the fucking Academy too, dude. Like, you think Jay-Z isn't invited to vote? Of course he is.
I think your one point
Shut
about
the fuck up.
I think the one point about like you can attack the Academy and the establishment without attacking other musicians is probably the best.
It just
point you've
immediately
made.
showed that he doesn't actually want to like take a stand for the Academy. He's just mad because his wife and him haven't gotten what they wanted. It's like, shut
interesting.
the fuck up.
I mean, if
He's obviously like, Harry Styles didn't deserve to win. My wife did. He's not saying the Academy's voting is improper and corrupt.
yeah,
He's not wrong, though. That's the thing.
I think
And like, it's just, I don't know. Like, fuck that. I think that's stupid, bro. Why are you attacking other people that aren't in control of if they get nominated or if they win? Like, just attack the Academy if you want to attack the Academy.
yeah,
Yeah.
rock on.
I think it was bullshit. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, are people going to be cool with this or upset about this? And then I just saw a bunch of people being like, fuck yeah, Jay-Z. And I was like, fuck that.
How about Killer Mike getting arrested?
Badass. I don't know what he got arrested for, but
Apparently, I just saw some headlines.
very, very ironic. Of all people to put in handcuffs and walk out of the Grammys, Killer Mike is probably not the person you want to do that to. Fuck.
Go Killer Mike.
So racist on
Go Killer Mike.
Oh, his name's Killer Mike.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's wrap up this episode. Let's both name our most dicey political opinion, and then we'll end.
Okay.
All right, you go first. Just kidding, guys.
I was going to say something. You can't entice me like that.
You got anything? You think Kevin Parker's ever gonna win a Grammy?
Yeah, he has.
Oh,
For
he has?
Mark Ronson's album.
No. A Tame Impala.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think he will?
100%. I think that it's possible that we see Kevin Parker. All right, for a Tame Impala album, I think it will happen. I can't say for certain, but I also think it's very possible that Kevin Parker could start winning like Best Producer, non-classical. Like, I think once he starts working on whole albums instead of just collaborating on singles, which I do think will be a thing that he does again, because he was doing that with Pond, he did that with Melody's Echo Chamber, and he's collaborated on songs, not full albums, with like Lady Gaga, Travis Scott. Like, I think once he gets involved and gets himself credited on a whole album for like, I don't know, Lady Gaga or some shit like that, like I think you'll start seeing Kevin Parker sweeping some shit, like Mark Ronson. Oh, he wins shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, but I think a Tame Impala Grammy is definitely, it's gonna happen eventually. I think it's written in the Lizard People Bible somewhere.
Yeah. Do you think they'll ever get a better host besides Trevor Noah? Who's a better host?
I don't know. There's not. It's slim pickings right now because all the people that you think would be good hosts are like, fuck no, I'm not hosting that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because you have to say jokes like Trevor Noah had to, which
Yeah.
were fucking awful.
yeah.
But like that's Trevor Noah.
Ricky Gervais was the best award show host of all time because he just told everybody to shut the fuck up. He's like, oh, nobody wants to be here.
Yeah, that was good.
That shit was
good.
awesome. That monologue was the best monologue of all time.
All right. Happy birthday to somebody out there. I'm sure it's somebody's birthday. I hope you enjoyed. I hope our Grammys were better than the actual Grammys. Comment below. Do you think Karl and I are jaded cunts, or are we accurate, or both? Probably more likely both. Thank you to our sponsors, Apple and Sony.
Apple and Sony and Universal Music. Thank you.
Universal Music. Thank you to the Academy for.
Oh damn! We'll talk about that. In a future episode.
What?
Universal taking all their music off TikTok. It's pretty huge. Anyway,
It is pretty huge.
I guess we can just keep going with it. Fuck it.
I mean,
No, let's talk about it later. You already said goodbye. A bunch of people aren't even going to be watching. We'll do it a different week. Save your thoughts. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Goodbye. Take care. Why don't you go stop it today? Go ahead. You go up there and hit pause. Yeah.